In this week's episode, they use technology to change society, empowering victims of gender violence and helping to improve the funeral industry. It's a story South Africans have heard far too often. Mara Glennie was sexually and verbally abused for years by a man she thought would love and protect her. Eventually, she divorced her husband. But Mara wasn't going to act as a victim, fold her arms, and watch other women going through the same pain. She's creatively using technology to empower victims of gender violence. Matrimonial vows, for richer or poorer, the beginning of a blissful life.
I was, in a way, swept off my feet by someone who seemed to be powerful and exciting.
But almost immediately after the cake was cut, Mara Glennie's fairy tale ended.
But I found out very soon that he'd married me for convenience. He married me because he was right-wing and he needed a left-wing wife who was politically correct at that time of his career.
To her friends and family, Mara's marriage looked perfect. But the man she thought would be her Prince Charming verbally and sexually abused her repeatedly.
And I realized that I'd made a deep and lifelong commitment. And although it was a path that was filled with many lies and hurts, my commitment became a reality that I decided to walk through.
For almost 2 decades, this would be Mara's life.
In a lot of cases, abused women are in a situation that they don't have any place to go. They don't have a helpline or anybody to call, or they don't think they have.
Shortly before their 20th anniversary, Mara found out her husband was having an affair. Distressed, she left their home to live alone.
He would come to visit me with offers of changing, with flowers.
When Mara made it clear she wasn't willing to be part of a love triangle, her husband unleashed his vicious side.
I can remember that he tied his tie around my neck till I couldn't breathe. Put my face in a bowl of water till I inhaled the water, and he would pull me out of the water with the tie and slap my face until I gained my breath again.
Mara was staring death in the face. But after a while, sanity prevailed. Her husband left the house and Mara's life had been spared.
I went to my local police station with black eyes and limping, and I asked if I could please lay a charge of abuse.
But shockingly, police advised her to come back on Monday as there was no one at the station to help with abuse cases.
I really needed somebody to take me in their arms and say I'd be okay. So I felt hopeless, filled with despair, and I thought I would never be okay.
It was actually quite shocking. I didn't anticipate to see her in this state. She was extremely bruised, She could actually hardly walk at the time, and very tearful.
In the weeks to come, Mara filed for divorce. She left Johannesburg for George to be closer to her family.
I had to go through a process of looking in the mirror myself. And I looked in the mirror and I hated myself. And I had to work through where I could like the image I looked at, which took a very long time of healing.
After a year in the Western Cape, Mara decided to return to Gauteng. She regained her old confidence and wanted to use her painful experience to help others. Years after Mara's marriage fell apart, she gave up her lucrative corporate career and started Tears. It's an organization that puts victims of gender violence in touch with rescue centers.
Tears is about finding access to help on your mobile. By using our helpline, you get access to 3 facilities in your immediate geographical region who will be able to give you assistance for rape or abuse.
Here's how Mara's service works. You punch in *120 *7355 hash. You will then be required to follow a short process. The technology immediately finds your location before sending contact details for 3 rescue centers in your area to your phone. At the moment, you need to have 20 cents on your mobile to use the service, but Mara is negotiating to get it completely free to the public.
Find a way out, get proper advice, get the help that you need, because actually nobody deserves to be shouted at or abused. Physically or emotional abuse is both as equally stripping of your soul.
In addition to her cell phone service, Mara is working on an electronic database that will allow you to save all the information relating to your docket. As a result, you'll have everything you need to pursue your court case. Still to come, an app that sparks life into the funeral business.